Good afternoon. For me, anyway, it's about 2:30, I believe. I've been on break this week, and I thought I would actually get more done, of course. Household chores, some hang a shelf or two. I've gotten very little done as I think I just needed to rest. And now that my energy is coming back and I'm feeling normal again, so to speak, it's almost over. So I will get done what I can the next couple of days. But I thought I'd come on and share two more decks from DaBrigh. I thought I would just show these side by side without a lot of commentary because these are both RWS decks. These are based on I believe, the 1909 edition, but I'm not quite sure. It doesn't say on the back here. It says the original tarot, so I'm not quite sure, but you'll recognize it. It's the standard Pamela Coleman Smith artwork, and then they have their Lustrous Tarot, which I assume is very similar to the Radiant Tarot that you're familiar with. So, well, there's a couple of different Radiant Tarots. So, but we have the Lustrous Tarot. I'm going to show these side by side. I do believe that the original tarot was spoken about on the Hermit's Cave. Simon spoke about it. It was either a standalone walkthrough or it was on one of their spotlights with Cheryl from Oneness Emporium. And I will put both the links to those channels in the comments below. And if I can find it easily enough, because I'm not the best person to find videos that have passed me by, but if I can find the links to the specific videos, I will include that in the comments below, but I'll at least get the links to the videos that they post on their walkthroughs, because I do know that Simon and Cheryl both talked about this. They both talked about the quality of DaBrigh, the same sort of thing I'm saying. Cardstock is very similar to what US Games uses. It might be just a tad bit thicker. Maybe I can pull. That's what I'll do. I'll grab one of my US Games decks. Just one of the regular. Oh my gosh, that's tough. Let me see. Where is my. Oh, hang on. Carnunos has my sword. He holds it when I'm not using it. It's actually a letter opener, which I find. It came with a pin set, which I find quite clever, and I think it looks more like a sword than a letter opener, and it's quite ornate. It's a little steampunkish if you see the gears there, but it works perfectly for opening decks or getting the plastic started. And it's not so sharp, so I'm not worried about cutting the paper or the box. It's just pointy enough to get between the opening there and pull it up. The Lustrous Tarot I did open because that's not going to be a surprise, but I did want to. Oh, here's the Hermetic Tarot. That's by US Games. We will do a size comparison because I know this is 78 cards. There's nothing extra, nothing crazy going on. And then we will just do a quick side by side on the thickness. Might very well be the same, I'm not sure. But the feel of the cards is very much similar. Very much similar. Very similar indeed. So here we are. These by DaBrigh are, this is a rough guesstimate, but that feels even to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 10 or 11 cards thicker. It's not huge, as you see. It still has a nice flexibility. They would riffle shuffle beautifully. Their standard size, as you can see here, very much the exact same size actually as US Games. Even the corner cuts are almost exact. So that's kind of nice. That's just a regular cardstock. The DaBrigh deck, this one is a linen. I did not realize it was going to be linen. And I thought I had a copy of this deck, but maybe they've upgraded the cardstock. Something I had to take care of, so I'm actually on a different day at a different time to continue. But I left off where I was saying that these are a very nice linen cardstock. So without further ado, I went over the size, the thickness, the flexibility. So we will, and these are going to be similar. So let's look what this cardstock is going to be like. Really quick. Like this will be a quick video because it's really just going to be a side-by-side flip through. These are not linen. These have more of that US Games feel. It's not glossy, but it's not matte. These are the backs, which are reversible. The back on this one is reversible. Nicely done. And these are the same thickness, so they're both a little bit thicker than the other ones, but they're both very manageable. So I'm gonna put these side by side, and I'll put on the bottom here which one's which so we don't get mixed up. But this is the original Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, and this one is the Lustrous. So if you have the Radiant or something like that, let me bring this in a little bit more, then maybe you can have a visual of what that looks like. I'm going to move the candle so it's not putting so much light on it because that's going to affect what it looks like. Okay. Alright, just a simple flip through. I'll put a music track on. I won't be commenting because, like I say, these are RWS, Pamela Coleman Smith's artwork, just updated or redone or clarified or lustrified, so to speak. So here we are. Okay. There's a little bit of glare on this one. I'm just gonna, yeah, see that's the blue right there. That's nice. This one, just so you get a good feel of it, this one looks more like what it does. So these are gonna be pretty much true to form on camera. This one looks really good. Try one more light just to see if that makes a difference. A little bit different light. We'll see if that gives it some different pop. But I think it's coming through clearly. Can you see the radiant? The line work on these are absolutely gorgeous. So well done for DaBrigh. Pause for a second there. I figured out where my count got off. I was just sort of mindlessly going through these. But if you look at this one from DaBrigh, we have 3 lover cards. We have a man and woman, 2 women, and 2 men. And it's very true to form for Pamela's artwork. I think that's very clever. So if you read for people or just for yourself, but especially I guess if you read for other people, this would come in handy depending on your client. So that's beautiful. Way to go, DaBrigh. Got that one. 10. My gosh. Side by side. 12. Okay, and there you have it. We have the original RWS. Oh, this is a beautiful, the cardstock is amazing, I gotta tell you. They're both really nice, but the fact that this is a linen and it still has that sort of structure and weight to the cards is really nice. I will do this. They're both, the decks are this, all the cards are the same except maybe the linen finish on this one. So I'll just show you real quick. Hand over hand, no problem, just absolutely beautiful. It's like butter. So, and then as a riffle, shuffle real quick. No problem fitting in the hands. And they're a little thicker. Oh, they bend beautifully. I don't think anybody would have a problem with that. And that extra, the extra lover cards was brilliant. So these are the two. The original, that one is called the Original Tarot. And this is what the box looks like. I know there are some copies out there, so be on the lookout for that. But this is from DaBrigh, and you can order directly from their website, DaBrigh.com. I know that Amazon also carries it, as well as your stores. I know that Oneness Emporium said that she was going to carry them, Cheryl over there. Unfortunately, I don't have the opportunity to buy from her because I'm in the States, and shipping and everything just makes it, you know, cost prohibitive. And she understands that. She's mentioned that several times when she's been on with Simon from the Hermit's Cave. I just wish shipping was not what it was. So the guidebooks are the same as the others. Full color picture for the majors, nice description, and then a smaller picture but still full color picture with a nice description. No problems there. The same guidebook for this one, except the images of course go with the deck. And look how thick that, I mean, and it's bound like a real book. It's sewn. It's just really, for all around $20 US. They're just knocking it out of the park with these ones. Just these basic RWS decks. They have nailed it. And I love this. This has got to be, I'm not a connoisseur like some people are online with RWS, but as far as the ones that are in my price range and available to me, this has got to be my favorite. And it would be price range and availability perfect deck for me if it had the roses and lilies back. But as far as backs goes, I like this one. I'm not mad at it. It's not my favorite, but I'm not mad at it. It's nice. I mean, if you look in there, it's got that little design. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think. I will put links to everything I said I would in the description below. I hope you have a wonderful night. Lon Milo de Ket always says, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. So do that. Be good to yourself, be good to others. I'll put his link in here too. Have a good night.